Okay, this is our touch tank at Dunbar Middle School. It's really a miniature touch tank. There's too many different types of animals and species of animals for me to talk about in one video. And things, of course, they die and we get new things in. So at Dunbar right now, March 2016, I'm going to go over a couple of things that we have and some of the things that you definitely want to talk about and let the kids do when they come here on field trips. And again, I cannot go over all of it because it's just too much. So I'm going to give some definites and not cover everything. Here you see that we have a clownfish that is swimming back and forth. We actually have two of them in there, and one of them has basically built a relationship with one of the anemones that we have here at Dunbar, and they only allow one clownfish at a time to make a symbiotic relationship with them, and this guy was left out, so he doesn't have any anemone that he has built a relationship with to where he can go and use it for a symbiotic relationship. Clownfish, there's the one that actually has the relationship with the anemone. If I can zoom in, where is it at? There he is. Not all anemones actually allow clownfish to develop that relationship with them. That's a bubble tip anemone right there, and there is a clownfish in there that has developed the symbiotic relationship. Basically, that anemone will not sting the clownfish. They built that relationship by a slow introductory process, and the clownfish feeds this anemone, keeps it alive, and that anemone protects it by allowing it to live there and not sting it. This anemone right here is very sensitive to light. He doesn't like the light, so he's kind of shriveled up right now. These anemones that I have focused on, these are long tentacle anemones. They do not develop a relationship with clownfish at all. If a fish goes into it, it's going to sting it and maybe try to eat it and consume it. We have these pencil urchins, if I can zoom in, and yeah, there's a pencil urchin. Definitely let the students hold these guys. They're very hardy urchins. You can get them out, doesn't harm them at all. We have several of them. There's another one. When you go get them out, if they have attached to a rock, do not press it. We don't want to hurt any of the animals that we have here. But if you can easily get it off, then by all means let the kids interact with it and so forth. There are pincushion urchins right there. The kids can touch it, not necessarily get it out. These guys are a little bit more sensitive, and you can easily hurt their little suction cups that you see right there. They use those suction cups to transport food to their mouth. They also use those suction cups to basically, adhere to any kind of surface. You see those shells on the back of it? That anemone has basically been going around, and it puts these shells onto the back of them as camouflage. And it's kind of amazing that these guys really don't have a brain of any sort, but yet they know to pick things up and put it on their back in an effort to camouflage it with its surroundings to not be ate. So don't get these guys out. They can touch them, but we don't want to get them out because we don't want to hurt those little suction cups that they have there. They're expensive and they're delicate, and we don't want to hurt them. Chocolate chip starfish. We have several of them in there. There's one right there. Those guys can easily be got out. It won't hurt them at all. You can get them out and let the students hold them. And there are several of them in there that have attached to different parts. If they have actually adhered to anything, don't force it. We don't want to hurt them, but if they haven't, like this guy right here on the bottom, you can easily pick them up and get them out. We don't want to poke on the front of them or anything like that. We don't want to hurt their stomachs. Their stomachs on the underside of them. Again, don't want to hurt any of our animals. I'm going to pick the camera up now and go over here a little bit so you can see a couple more things that we have. If you are having trouble finding anything, you can pick some of the rocks up. There are some brittle stars that we have, and I'm just going to take a guess right here and see if they're under there. And no, he's not, but you can pick some of these things up and put them back exactly where they are. Don't have a lot of hands in the tank at the same time either. Here's the underside of a starfish. When I leave him out, you'll start seeing his little tentacles come out. He's like, hey, I'm out of the water. This sucks. I want to see where I'm at. I'm going to try to get out. I'm going to try to flip myself back over. I'm in a weird environment. Let me try to fix this. And that's what he's doing. He's opening his tentacles up and trying to find out what's going on. That center part there is its mouth. That's where they eat at. And again, you can do this tomorrow. Let the kids interact. We only want one hand in there at a time. We don't want people or students, 5, 6, 7 students putting their hand in there at one time. Even though this is a touch tank, we need to be conscientious with how we are putting our hands in here, because we don't want to mess any of the animals up, stressing them out, or causing a chemical imbalance in our water. There's the anemone that has made the relationship with the clownfish, or clownfish with the anemone. That's a slow process. They got to introduce themselves very slow to each other, and it's actually it's kind of dangerous on the part of the clownfish. They got to constantly go up and wave their body into it to say, hey, this is me, the same clownfish that you have made the relationship with, so that it doesn't sting them. That is it. We have some small hermit crabs in there, like you can see right there. And again, they're brittle starfish underneath the rocks. I'm not going to take the time to look for it right now because I don't want to make this video too long. Last thing, there are some peppermint shrimp in there. If you stick your hand in there, the peppermint shrimp might come out and nibble on your fingers, which is really cool. It takes a while to do that. If he doesn't hurry up and do it, I'm just going to cut the film off. Let me see if they'll come out. It doesn't look like they are. But tomorrow, or whenever you're presenting, if the kids, they can stick their hands in and let the peppermint shrimp come up and nibble on their fingers. That's a symbiotic. Actually, he is nibbling on my finger right there now. That's a symbiotic relationship too. I get cleaned, and the peppermint shrimp gets some free food. So, all right, and that little fish swimming around me, like wondering what's going on. That's a trigger fish. They're kind of meat eaters. All right, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.